Welcome to the Tea and Coffee Hub podcast, where meaningful conversations meet personal and professional growth. I'm Karen Hewitt, founder of Blossom to Success, helping you unlock your full potential.
And I'm Steve Feld from Biz Coach Steve, guiding business owners to turn ideas into thriving ventures. Together, we're brewing a space where connection, insight, and inspiration flow freely. No sugarcoating, just honest conversations to help you thrive in your business and personal life.
Yeah, we are brewing clarity, still in chaos, but demanding action.
So grab your tea or coffee, settle in, and let's get real. Well, welcome everyone. Today, we're going to hit a subject that many people that we hear all the time, they say it's taken me 5 years, 10 years to create a business, a program, a book. Well, we're going to talk to you about how Karen and I created a business in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, because we just had an idea, and instead of being like, oh my God, like, yeah, that sounds like so good, but maybe I can't do it. It was like, and I think the way we came up with it was kind of hilarious too. It was
Yes.
it was funny as fuck. Oh, and by the way, just to warn any viewers, we're real. Don't expect us to hold back on any language, and don't expect us to not call you out. Fair warning, you can deal.
Absolutely true, because that's what, as entrepreneurs and in life, people put these roadblocks in front of themselves that are not real, and then they make excuses on why they're not achieving their life goals. We got together, we've been trying to figure out what to do, then it sparked, and then we said, we're not screwing around, let's get this shit done right now. We started working on a plan immediately, whereas many people, I'll get to that tomorrow. And what happens tomorrow, Karen?
And just, I want to put this in a little perspective for everyone as well. This wasn't a 9 a.m. call.
No.
This wasn't a 1 p.m. in the afternoon call.
Nope.
No, this was a random call that started out as a conversation about other things. Because Steve and I have been friends now, what, 7 years, 8 years? Oh God, I've lost track.
Yeah.
And so this was what, about 8:30 at night, maybe 9 o'clock
Yeah.
at night that we started this call. It was a late night call.
On a totally different subject, but if you listen to that third eye, when two people are on the same wavelength, it creates something new, something different. And that's what it came to us. And after Karen threw out one line, neither of us talked for probably 30 seconds. And then we both said at the same time, like, oh shit, let's do that. And we didn't know what it was, but we said, let's just do it. And we figured it out.
We basically got the name of our business. And then we're like, okay, so what are we doing? And it just, all these different things that we've done for so many different organizations. We've partnered up on workshops. I haven't even counted how many times we've been on stage together giving presentations, or in rooms, or in groups, or teach. It has been ridiculous. And we've been wanting to do this forever. One line. And then the snowball started.
And that's it. It's so many people get that idea, that fire inside, and then I'll do it tomorrow. Or I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources. You got to get it done.
Yeah. This is how I find most people. And we both coach a lot of entrepreneurs in their beginning stages. Mm-hmm. The number one reason small businesses fail is you believe your own bullshit.
Absolutely. Been there.
Me too. I have called myself on something, and I've caused that to be a huge roadblock and stopped me in my tracks.
Yes.
So Steve, what were we talking about? In that 1 minute before we hit it, it was memes, right? We were talking about memes.
Yeah, we saw a funny meme that hit something about coffee and tea. Had nothing to do. I think we were talking about another group that we are in. And we were coming up with some ideas for the group, and we were just like, okay, well, we've done these things like a million billion times. How can we add some life to it and add something new? And then we talked about the meme, and next thing you know, it was like the one-liner comes out, and it was like game change. But we both, no paper, no pen, we did it. And okay, Karen, what did we do? Like, we figured things out. We still are figuring it out. But you know what? By, I'd say 10 in the morning, the next morning, I think we had everything set up.
Just to clue you in and just to tell you how random the idea can be, you go check out Steve and you're going to find everything about coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. You talk to me, it's all about the tea. And I was like, oh my, and we were just saying we were going to do a little group presentation. And we said, hey, when you said instead of saying tea time or coffee break, we should say it's tea and coffee. And that was like, oh shit.
So why not use our knowledge and what we've been teaching so many business owners for decades? Let's really amp it up.
So I was going to say within the first thing we did was we established the partnership and how that was going to work. Because this is the other thing that I see so many people screw up. Oh, well, we're going to work together and we're best friends and everything's going to be wonderful. Oh my gosh, I just love that. Oh, Steve, I love you. We're going to be fine. No.
And I'm going to be married forever.
Oh, no, we're not married. They're like, we're just
No, people go into that.
that.
But it's just like a marriage. A business partnership is just like a marriage. Exactly the same. But we're not married.
No, we're nothing. Like, yeah. I just wanted to clear that up because of how you said that. I was like, oh.
Thanks. That was like some bitter coffee right there. You just drank.
Yeah, because I don't want people like spreading gossip like hot tea. But no, it's like we went straight. The first thing we did, other than establishing the name and the fact that we do workshops, we've always done workshops and we can build those in, was okay, so how's this going to work? Where we're going to host it, how we're going to set it up, who's going to set what up, who's going to do what pieces, who's going to be responsible for what and how's the finances going to be split. And I think between the two of us, we're crafting it up. We know what we want. We know what the language is going to be. But that was probably took us, what, 5-6 minutes to figure it out?
If that, because we've done it for so many people. And I've had partnerships in my businesses in the past. And I cannot tell you, folks, I have also helped so many business owners who never had a formal agreement between themselves. And then when they argue about the business will fail. Guaranteed.
Absolutely. So that was the first thing we established. Then we went on this random domain seek where we were bouncing domain names off. And I think within 3 minutes, we found the domain.
Right. We're both Googling and checking because we use different programs and we're both checking our programs for that domain.
Then we got it. So we're now, I would say we're less than 10 minutes into our conversation at this point. We have our domain name. We have our agreement sketched out. We have our partnership sketched out. And then we start just blasting ideas at each other. And the one thing we did, and again, here is the biggest screw up that most people do. All these ideas, great. So what did you do with those ideas? Well, I had the ideas. Did you write them down? Did you put them anywhere? Did you document them? My first, Steve, can you use Trello? He goes, yeah, I got Trello. I like Trello. Great. Done. And we had a Trello board up within the next 2 minutes that we were dumping ideas into.
And it's been filling up within less than 24 hours.
Yeah. And okay, Steve, I need to set some people straight too on this because this is something I get a lot on. Is everyone wants multiple streams of income. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because the way I've seen them do the multiple streams of income, I'm like going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, can I just smack you upside the back of the head? Because then forming multiple streams of income is what I'm going to coach. And I'm also going to do Uber or DoorDash. Yeah. And then I'm going to do cryptocurrency. And I'm going to do the, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And we see it with so many business owners who get stuck selling their maybe one product, one service. I'm going to pick on coaching because that's an easy one to pick on. It's like, I'm going to just do one-on-one coaching, but you have a capacity issue at some point. Then you have to start looking at other ways to, expand and bring in income, like books,
Yeah.
webinars, videos.
But 75% of them don't even stay within their own brand umbrella when they do it. They go into this real, I made whatever coach
Oh,
you are. And all of a sudden, I'm also selling gardening seeds.
right.
Where the hell did that come from? Like, and it makes no sense with your coaching business.
Right. It has to be relative to what you are doing and who you are and what service or product you're providing.
Yeah. But you need to have passive, active, and leveraged income. And so we're there, we're throwing all this out. And we had a real good conversation. That's, I think a lot of people have to find this conversation hard. I said to you, Steve, and you were like, absolutely, that is non-negotiable. Us doing this venture together is in no way, shape, or form it going to detract from our independent business functions.
The way we're looking at it, it's an add-on on our, this is our side hustle that we are actually fully invested in.
Yeah. And because of that, we were like, so we're talking to business owners, right? I deal with social media and you deal with business systems. So are we going to sit here and talk about social? No, we're not talking about social media here.
Nope.
And we're not talking about business systems. What did we decide to talk about?
Getting out of your own way and getting shit done. Taking action so you can realize your goals and dreams.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get down and do it. And again, this was like, ended up being another 10-minute conversation where we were just bouncing different topics. And some of the topics, it was like, yeah, no one's talking about this.
No.
But it needs to be.
And it could be random things. Maybe you don't have staff. Maybe you'd like to have staff. But you don't know where to even start because you've never hired staff. Well, I've seen it. I know Karen's seen it. When I sit with a business owner, it's like, okay, guys, let's educate you, but you got to take action. And that's the number one thing. Well, I want staff, or I want a virtual assistant, or I want someone to help me with my marketing or accounting, or I need a life coach. But they never pick up a phone, send an email, have a plan to take the action.
Yeah. And then the other part of it as well is we were also talking about the way we speak to each other on a day-to-day basis. And that's when we're like, no, this is how we're going to be on this podcast. When this is not us being professional. This is not us being professional business owners. We are literally going to talk to you exact way we speak to each other. And we're also going to use some of the examples that we use when we're speaking to each other that we've just had people overhear them and go, oh my God, you guys are so inappropriate.
But we're going to keep it real and keep it truthful because our end goal is to help you take action, whatever it may be, and realize your goals and dreams.
We're just going to recap. And this is why we're breaking this down. We're breaking down how this happened for you because I want you to realize how simple it is. And there's only one thing that is stopping you from doing this. Am I saying you're going to be able to do this in the 20, 30 minutes? Because I think our phone call after that point was about an hour long. After that point, we'd already been talking for about 30 minutes on other random stuff.
Because the ideas kept flowing and we couldn't shut off the valve.
The brain goes.
It was going, but this is something Karen and I highly recommend is you always surround yourself with like-minded people. And it'll really help you in life, your business, accountability, taking action, whatever it may be.
Yeah. And so the thing is, we don't expect you to do a whole business and have a plan and have it ready to go in under an hour. What we do expect is it's not 6 years since you said you had that plan because too many people, oh my gosh, I want to write a book. Great. So how are you doing that? Well, I want to write it, but I don't know how. Then are you doing anything to help yourself? Like,
And I'm going to use both of us, Karen, because we have both
please.
done this. We said we were going to write a book. We had a topic, and each of us have written our own books in less than 1 weekend. Total book, 1 weekend. We're not talking throwing stuff in AI and letting it go. We wrote books in less than a weekend because we had a plan and we took action.
But hey, I'm actually going to even tell you it's even easier right now. I don't recommend AI writing your entire book.
Mm-mm.
If you have an idea and it's in your head and you don't know how the hell to get it out and you need a framework, dump that shit in there.
Use the
It will
tool.
break it down. Use the tools. Stop being a tool and use the tools.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's true.
So yeah, within half an hour, we had how many streams of income? How many? Well, we even said it was like a hub. Could we called it the hub?
We called it a
It's
hub.
hubs, because hubs and spokes.
Mm-hmm. And I think we had 7 income streams coming off of our hub.
Mm-hmm. That all fit with this individual hub, but also led into our own individual businesses as well. So this became a true bridge partnership.
Mm-hmm.
We had a partnership plan. We had a name. And by the next morning, I think I got all the domains. We'd approved a logo.
Yeah.
We've approved the tagline. And I'm going to really freak you all out right now. We're recording this less than 36 hours since we had that conversation. We're going to launch within under a week.
Exactly. Why? And it's the simplest thing, what we've been talking about. We said we're going to do it. We're not going to keep talking about it. We're going to take the action and make it happen because we know we can help others. We have both been there talking about something to do it, and it's still sitting on a shelf somewhere that has never been done.
Yeah. And I know there's so many of you out there. You do these. Okay. We've had more than one late night conversation. We've had conversations. I think we've had a couple that went to like 2 a.m. on the phone.
And it was
like
brainstorming stuff.
And being reasonable. And the thing is, the difference is, and this is why we gel so much, is because the next day you were like, so what did you do about that?
Well, you called me, asked a clarifying question, and that was my first, after you asked the question, I go, so what did you do about it? And you were like, we just talked about it like less than 8 hours ago.
But I'd already got like 17 different steps done at that point.
Right.
But and this again, this is about why you need to take action. Our phone call, and I think one of the reasons we wanted to do this podcast is you all need a business bestie like Steve and myself.
Absolutely.
Because this was a phone call. This is on a different subject. This is on one of my other topics. One of the things I do for business. And yes, it's not complete yet because guess what? How much coding is involved in what I'm doing and what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing is like.
But you're taking milestone action steps towards the goal.
Right.
But if you have those milestones, you know where, oh, good, and celebrate it. And then you get to the next one.
Yeah. But the reason I called him, and you were at a conference, I believe. When you were at a conference, you didn't get back to your room till like 11 o'clock, and we had that conversation then.
Yeah, that was back in the hotel room, like almost midnight.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, Steve, I've had this idea. And by the way, if you haven't realized, very neurodiverse here, sometimes my ideas are good. Sometimes I need a quick, swift swat and a sit your butt back down, girl. And I was like, Steve, I need you to either tell me to sit my ass down and get over it, or tell me I have a good idea. And that is literally the first thing I said to you on that call.
Yeah.
3 hours later, you were like, okay, this is a really good idea.
Exactly. But the part I really appreciated was you already took some action towards it. Instead of just telling me about it, you showed it to me. You let me play with it. You let me look at it, let me really digest it and ask questions about it. And then I started playing, well, devil's advocate, because it's going to help Karen a little bit better in hers. And then it was like, oh, now I understand it even deeper. But I also was like, oh, there's a little teeny tiny hole there, and Karen had to fix within probably the next morning before 6 a.m. I'm sure.
Yeah. But these examples, and you've had some of those examples with me as well. You've called me up and go, okay, either talk me off the ledge before I kill someone. Well, not literally, of course, but or help me understand this. And we both told each other to, what are you? Like, no, shut the fuck up, stop doing that, get
Yeah,
back on track. Then you've told me similar stuff multiple times. I've told you that at the same times.
right. Because entrepreneurs have a billion, it's just constantly swirling. By having someone like a business buddy with you, guess what? You're going to stay focused, avoid the shiny objects, the squirrels, and guess what? Your business will do better. I promise you. If you stay focused, if you have a goal and you're on the path to the goal, and take action. That's why it
Yeah,
kills me, because we do
yeah,
it all the time. Like, okay, great. That's the way to go. What are you going to do about it now? And we've said it to each other. It's like, well, I better do A, B, C. By when? Wow, I got 8 days. Okay, we're checking in 8 days.
and then we call each other out.
Yes.
Oh, we call each other out hard though.
Yeah. But it's needed
Mhm.
because we want to get better. We want to help more people. We want to really see people that we care about, our clients, really thrive. And if we're not doing our best and educating ourselves and growing, then how are we helping our clients?
Yeah, absolutely agreed. So we just kind of broke down what this first like hour and a half conversation was like. It was a whirlwind that within 36 hours, not only do we have every domain, every system, funnels are getting set up already. Like it's getting kicked into gear.
Yeah, we already have programs for workshops, speaking opportunities, ebooks, and it just keeps on going.
But we're not going to expect you to do this in 36 hours.
No.
Could you? Could you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you could.
Could.
Could. But let's break down what the rules are. If you're going to take accountability and you have an idea, what's the first thing they need to do, Steve?
First thing is, what is your goal? How are you going to know where you're going? And we see this all the time. Well, I want to double my business. Well, that doesn't mean jack.
God, yeah. I'm
But
sick and tired of those fake little,
yeah,
I do this to make more money, to do more things. To, oh, great. Where are your actual parameters? What is the actual, yeah. If you don't know, guess what? It's not happening.
no, because how do you know where you're going? So you need that target. But then start taking those actions, milestones, steps towards your goal. Are they all going to be perfect steps?
No. And
No.
write it down. Write it. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's pen, paper, notebook, Trello, notes on your phone. I don't care where the hell you write it. If it's not written down, if it's not documented, it's not an idea.
It's a dream.
It's a dream. And too many people have these amazing ideas that never materialize because they never do anything or write it or state it or share it or it lives in la la land.
Absolutely. And I know I've done this in one of my business. I didn't have expertise in certain areas, but I knew what I wanted in my business, and I didn't do it alone. I was this much smarter on it. I actually sought out an expert to help me out on that, and it moved my needle towards my goal instead of
But
giving excuses.
but you've also done the opposite.
Yes, I have.
I'm gonna call you out there. I'm
I
not gonna let you.
have. Where I thought I can do it all. It's my business. No one knows what better than me. And wah, wah, we see it all the time. And I've been there. It's you gotta if you suck at accounting and you struggle with it and frustrates you, don't do it. Hire
Oh, God.
someone.
Oh, here's the other idea. I'm gonna call because so many people. Mm, okay. The names I want to call these people are going through my head right now, but they're even too mean for something that's gonna we swear up. But you see something that someone else is doing, and you see that they are being successful and making money at it, and you hate what they're doing,
Mm.
but I can do that I can be rich. You've seen it.
All the time. See it quite often. You just don't know that that person has 20 years of experience in that industry or they're educated for it. You don't see any of that.
I'm actually going to call out a major creator and coach in the industry right now. Not in a bad way, in a semi good way. I do not care for their marketing techniques because I'm not a fan of the bro hustle. That's me. The bro hustle drives me insane. It drives me. You know exactly who I'm going to talk about.
Bro
I
hustle
bet
is
you.
done. It's
Yeah,
so
but you know,
seven.
everyone has been talking about this person for a while, a couple of weeks now, because according to everyone, he managed to do what was it, $100 million day.
Yes.
Okay, and that's all anyone's ever talking about is his 100. I've seen 100, I've seen 150, I've seen 200. The numbers have been insane. You know exactly what I'm talking about here,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you know what? For 5 years before that, he was putting out so much content. He was doing so much behind the scenes. He was hustling so hard. Him and his wife, both of them. Like
Right.
you can look at over the last 5 years over everything done. It was nonstop.
They were starving for the first, I think, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. This wasn't a one day, $100 million day.
No.
It was not. So stop looking at that and go, well, I can do a book too and get $100. No, you cannot because you don't have the 5 years that he had where they struggled.
Right. And
Okay.
you think he did it by himself?
No. So many people.
So many
That's
people.
the film crews that he had going around to film some stuff and the amount of money he put out there in paid ads and the amount of money he put out there in systems all before he made it back.
Yeah.
He practically from everything I'm hearing, he practically bankrupted himself up until that very day.
Yeah. Multiple times from what I was reading.
Mm-hmm. But $100 million in a day plus. God, I do respect the hustle. I just don't like the bro hustle marketing.
Right. When people think, well, he did it, I can do it, but you don't have what he did behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then you try to be like them.
Oh my God. People need to stop trying to pretend to be someone else. I'm sick of that. But yeah, I mean, we can bitch all the time about all the things that are going wrong. But your first thing you got to do, like Steve said, you're going to have an idea. You're going to figure out your goal. The second thing you're going to do is you're actually going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to write it down. Oh,
That's nuts. That's a
oh.
stretch.
Too many people don't do it.
Nope.
Then you need to have a roadmap. Now, I'm not talking, you don't have to go buy some convoluted 17-step roadmap to my first map. No, here's your roadmap. What's my item? Who's my audience? How am I going to do this? Am I going to have a website? Am I going to have an Etsy? Am I going to have a Shopify? Am I going, I don't care what your actual thing is, but what is it? Who's it for? How am I putting it out there?
How are you solving their problems? I
Yeah,
mean, that's why they're going to buy it from you, whatever it is. It's like, okay, Karen, if I'm sitting there shoving, coffee at you the whole time and you hate coffee, it's like, are you going to buy?
yeah,
No. But once I understand my target market, oh, she likes tea. So I'm going to speak to her. Hey, I have tea to sell. Here are all the teas. And I make it so she gets it. Guess what? She's going to buy my tea.
yeah. Like, it's not even that. It's what problem, if you're not solving a problem and it's just because, oh my
Right.
gosh, this would be so fun and nobody, now occasionally some of these fun ideas do kick off, but it's because they
Right.
showcase the fun, they showcase the entertainment, that kind of value on it.
Pet
But
rocks. Pet rocks.
chia pets,
Chia pets. Why? They're not solving any problems. They're just fun.
entertaining you, they're fun, they're entertaining you. But so you have an idea, you're gonna figure out who is it for, you're gonna write that shit down,
Mm.
then you're gonna come up with a roadmap. Then what's next, Steve?
Well, where are they? Where do they hang out? Karen and I had so many conversations on this. It's like my peeps are on LinkedIn. Are your peeps on LinkedIn, Karen?
Some, not many.
Right.
Yeah.
We know where our
But
target markets are.
yeah, but you're an old fart. So you don't go like for me, I actually get a lot of traction and a lot of interaction on things like short form video styles, like TikToks. Yeah. I'm doing that. And you look at TikTok and go, oh God, no.
At least I watch a few videos on it every now and then. So, but I have a
But
presence on it. I just don't put myself out there on that because I have a different business model.
yeah, and that in that presence thing, something that I teach, and you teach your business model about finding your audience, which is another reason why we gel so well together, because you take your audience and my presence model and boom, magic.
Exactly. And I think a lot of business owners, they're just like, no, if I hear this again, and I used to teach a class, ABCs of starting a business, and we used to ask people, who's your target market? And 60% of the people in the room always said, everyone.
Everyone.
Well, this is where Karen and I are going to get, well, upset and real. Everyone is not your market, period. Don't think it is, and don't get upset when you're spraying and praying your crap out there and everyone's ignoring it. It's because you don't know who your target market is, what their problems are, and how you're solving it. I don't know if you have any examples you want to give on
Oh,
that.
I've got so many on that.
Nice.
But it's like, okay, so like this on this podcast, we knew full well that we're going to get into this, and some people are just not going to be our target market because this hour and a half conversation after the idea started flowing, we even came up with how we could use the book 50 Shades of Grey as an example for one of our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think some people in business are going to get a little offended about that? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's okay. They can take what we say and they can take what they need from it. Great. If they don't like us,
Beautiful.
beautiful. It doesn't matter to us because the people who will resonate with us are going to take what we give them and they're going to just succeed. Some examples of target market. You are not going to sit there and try and sell shampoo to someone who's bald. And you
Good
would not
luck.
believe, you wouldn't believe how many people
They try it.
try it. Like, yeah.
You got to really know who it is. I mean, we had someone who was in women, she wanted to have a women's boutique, knew her age demographics, 20 to 50, great. Bohemian chic. And everyone was her target market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, well, I'm not a woman, wasn't that age at that time. And last time I checked, I don't wear bohemian chic.
Yeah. Oh, the other one is the individuals that they'll tell you that they have this amazing product that's going to serve everyone and everyone can use it and it's just going to be great for everybody and everyone's going to love it. And no. So that was the other part of our little 30-minute conversation. Well, who's this for? And we both said, I can teach business, you can teach business. We just gave you a little business rundown, but we're not going to teach you business in any of these podcasts. We might give you a little bit, but that's not why we're here. It's about what's going on between your ears.
We want you to move the dial. Start going towards your dreams and goals. Because we see it all the time. People put up these blocks in front of them, make the excuses, and that's what's killing them right there.
Yeah. And it's not even just that. We want to talk about some of the actual roadblocks that come up and what actually derails entrepreneurs, not because of what's going on in their brain, because no one talks about it.
Exactly.
Like, and I think if you're armed with it up front and you know that this could happen, well, then guess what? You might be able to get through it a little easier.
Exactly. I joke that I used to work for the Harlem Globetrotters, which I did, and everyone looks at me and gives me that look like, and I go, not as a player. Well, I know my limitations.
Yeah. So we're literally, this is here. We want to make sure that I'm done with the excuses. I have specifically in what I was gonna say, is it been the last 3 or 4 years we've been doing more mentorship of small businesses because we've managed to establish what we were doing?
Much, much more. We're getting
Yeah.
offers. Both of us are getting offers and in groups that help small business owners.
Yeah.
And that's the number one thing we see is the excuses and the talking about it and no action.
Oh, the wannabe.
The
And
entrepreneur.
the entrepreneur. I'm gonna call you out if you're a entrepreneur. There's a entrepreneur and a just getting started entrepreneur. And you all think you're the just getting started entrepreneur.
Right.
If you're an entrepreneur, you think you're just getting started. You're not, because you have this idea, you want this thing, you want this to do. You're the only one that can do it. And half the time, you're either trying to rip off someone else's business, seen that, seen that, or you literally think you can post one post on a social media platform and be $1 million richer tomorrow.
Exactly. But in the meantime, you haven't set up a company, you haven't filed for EIN, none of these things to be a business.
You don't even have a way to take the money.
No.
You think it's going to magically appear in your wallet.
Yeah. Oh, but I got a business card.
I don't give a shit about business cards.
No one does. I had one business, I didn't even have a business card for the first 9 months. Guess what? It didn't hurt me. It didn't affect anything. You know why? I was focused on sales, not my website. I didn't even have a website. I had a one-page landing page. I was focusing on my getting sales, number one, and learning my marketing, what's hitting my target market and perfecting it, getting sales. Then once I got all that, now I can create my website. Now I can
Yeah.
get that business card because I can afford it too.
Mm-hmm. Huh. So that is how we created this whole new business stream, a whole new revenue, a whole new system in under 30 minutes. And then within 36 hours, we're already recording our first podcast. Now, this is going to go out in a couple more. We're ready to launch it in what, 3 more days? We'll be doing a
3 more
launch.
days we're launching. 3 or
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
So we're recording this before we've even launched. We're not even waiting to launch to do the actions. And the thing is, we're launching under a week from the moment.
Yeah. Because we thought we don't preach it, we do it.
We do it. So we're going to help you do it. And honestly, Steve, I'm going to be honest with you right now. You've been really tame this podcast. You've been very well behaved.
I didn't have enough coffee yet.
No. So we need to really caffeinate you for the next one, because this is like Steve being super well behaved. And we said that we were not going to be well behaved on this podcast.
It was a rough night last night. I had to go to an award gala. Well, I'm a little worn out.
Oh, poor baby.
But I got up at
But
5:30 this morning, and what's the first thing I started doing? Working on this.
and you got to see, like, we had our taglines, I'd done the logos, and I was having fun with the logos because I think I have one with my
Yeah.
teacup stabbing your coffee bean bag.
Yeah. I had an angry
Just the
coffee bean
jokes.
bag at one point. He was giving you the look.
The thing is, things happen. Shit goes on in your life. Life happens. We can both give you stories about life. We can tell you things that have happened to both of us. So you're like, oh my God, and you're still going?
And still show up and move forward.
Yeah. And you show up the way you can show up. We're not going to tell you, you don't. That's the one thing I want to get absolutely clear. We will hold you accountable. We will make you move. We will have you take action.
Mm-hmm.
Do we expect you to do it like me and Steve? No, because it would probably, there's not enough coffee in the world for you to try and mimic Steve.
I'm just visualizing all the coffee in the world. Give me a second.
If you would let him, that would be his fantasy date, would be some coffee. I don't even want to know what you would do to those beans. But we're not expecting you to do from zero to launch in under a week. We're not expecting you to have an entire business plan in 30 minutes or less. We're telling you this to tell you it's possible, that it doesn't need to take you 5 years.
Get rid of the excuses. That's what the
Yeah.
killer is of dreams too.
So we want you to join us on further these upcoming episodes, because we're going to talk everything that goes on in your brain. We're going to talk everything about growth. We're going to talk everything about moving forward. And we're probably going to give you some really crazy examples and things for you to laugh and giggle at and go, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Because
Yeah.
I have some stories on Steve, and I know Steve had some stories on me.
But we want to see and help all of you really move the needle, whatever it may be, personal, business, vacation goals. I mean, Karen knows this. I said, you know what? Thing on my bucket list is I want to go skydiving. And she goes, okay, great. And I go, I have this window available and I already booked it. She goes, what?
Well, no, I called you an idiot for booking it because I wouldn't jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, death wish.
Folks, it was a lot of fun. Knocked it off the bucket list. Not only that, I'm going back again. Why? I enjoyed it. And I said, I'm not going to wait to keep waiting, talking about it. Just book it and do it again. And I did it.
Yeah. So this is going to be your reality check.
Yep.
Don't be scared. Don't be timid. Don't be offended, because we're probably going to figure out a way to offend a few people.
And if you put comments in the comment section and ask questions or have ideas, we will respond. Please let us help you.
Yeah. Not only that, if we get enough comments about the same thing, that might be an entire workshop or an entire episode. Like,
Exactly.
exactly. You get to pick our brains here.
I would say take advantage of it.
Yeah. So I know I cannot wait to have another conversation with you, and we'll share some stuff. But I think what we need to do on the next episode, Steve,
What's that?
we are so different. We should tell them how we came to be friends.
Oh, that's a story. And you just mentioned that, how we connected. One of my favorite things to do is hear how partnerships evolve or how relationships came together. And it's just, wow. It's always inspirational on a lot of them. And other ones, you're like, you two shouldn't be together.
And if you hear how we first connected, you're going to be like, no, this does not work. It was not a friendship. It didn't start out as a friendship at all.
No.
I don't think there was any friendliness or likeness or anything in the first, I don't know how long.
I just started thinking you were stalking me at every event.
No. You're totally not my type.
No,
Wrong
just
gender.
stalking. Not like that, like just stalker. I get that too, so hey.
Yeah. But yeah, we should tell them that next time, because I think they'll have a good giggle at how something so incompatible can actually work.
Exactly. And don't you think like we were incompatible? Like, no, nothing. But don't you think that people, our listeners, can actually find that person too that'll help them grow? And it might be, I always call it the sandpaper method. You guys are rubbing each other so hard with sandpaper, you're making yourselves sharper.
And that's exactly what we did. Now it's like you need to up your grit a little bit. I need a little bit more.
Oh.
Your grit's too loose.
You really want to go there. All right. Next episode.
We're going to tell you that we definitely want you to tune in, because there will be stories.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're wrapping up today, but make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and throw in some comments down there. Let us know what you think. And if you have questions on how can you move the dial in your life, or give us an example of how you did it.
And guess what? If any of you have the guts, I wouldn't say balls because I also want women to join in too.
I'll say if you have balls, there.
You have balls. Okay, well, my balls are too high. Tell us what you've been wanting to do with your business and how long it's been.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get you to move your needle.
Yeah. You've been wanting to write a book for 3 years. Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Don't be scared.
No.
We might call you out, but trust me, it'll be worth it.
Yeah. We're here to help, not make you feel bad or anything like that. Well, you do it to me, but that's another story.
Well, I was going to say, we did say we would ask for some willing sacrifices for the podcast, but more on that later.
Yes.
All right. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining us on the Tea and Coffee Hub podcast today. We hope you enjoyed today's conversation and it left you inspired, equipped, and ready to take your next step, whether that's in life, business, or maybe both.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes, and connect with us online and in person. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time,
keep sipping,
keep growing,
take action,
and stop making excuses.